MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Well, we don't get 60s very often, so we should enjoy it this morning.
It's nice.
It
Very
is
nice.
perfect outside. Enjoy it. But a sunny weekend ahead of us as we get ready for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful weekend, it seems like.
A beautiful?
A beautiful one.
See, I've rubbed off on you.
I know. I can't even talk when I come in here.
Okay, I looked over at Candace as she walked in this morning, and now I got it hung in my head. When I saw you, I got to thinking of a Merle Haggard song.
What?
Makeup and faded blue jeans with the blue jean jacket.
Yeah, I got my jeans.
Downtown Modesto.
Mm-hmm. I need a little flag pin or something.
If you had told me and waited till October, I would have wore mine too.
Really?
Yeah. I've had it.
I got the sleeves rolled up.
I've had it since '91, and it still wears great. It looks just like the day I bought it.
Denim and pearls goes together.
Always liked blue jean.
Yeah, I
like that
too.
look. So, good job there. So, the Memorial Day weekend is here. I mentioned this morning of the cost of fuel, and everybody that's got a F-250 or a 3/4 ton truck or bigger knows that they don't like stopping anywhere that has gasoline because it's so high. How far are y'all going with your camper? What are y'all going to do?
Well, right now we're staying for this holiday. Or
Pulling it in the front yard and pretending?
Yeah, we're staycationing. Yeah. No, but in July we're going to go to the beach. So that's going to be the furthest we've pulled it so far.
The word is most folks are staying within 50 miles of their house with their campers this time. If you could get a spot, because of the cost of fuel, people are staying close now.
Yeah, I can totally understand that.
Like we're trying to carpool to town to buy groceries. Everybody wants to ride together. Hey, let's go your car this time.
Yeah, and a lot of people have in their mind that, and I can't say that I disagree. Excuse me, but that this might be a planned thing to try to push us into electric vehicles.
I don't put nothing past no one anymore.
I don't either.
Y'all have to tell me where this town is. We say good morning to Chuck Millsaps in Tennessee. What is that? Where you at, Chuck?
It looks like Altua. I don't know.
Boy, I'm glad I don't have to say that. I'm from Altua. I'm sure there's good folks there, but boy, that'd be a tongue twister for me.
But good morning to you. Glad you're watching.
Laura Lee watching across Crescent Lake this morning. Glad to see you from there. Missouri also being represented.
Mm-hmm. Deborah McKee, good morning to you. April Roberts, she's the one in Missouri. Good morning.
Tuma, let me say it the right way. Don't say it that way. It's Tumasuba. Y'all know that.
Tumasuba, yeah.
You've been at Walmart and heard that.
Yeah, Ralph Fortenberry, he's in Tumasuba. Pat Coker from Hickory watching, and then we got Teresa Breedlove. She's saying good morning from Dixon.
Ooh, down there near the Neshoba County Fairgrounds. Nanawaya there, I see that. Boy, there's a lot of people everywhere.
Yes.
Special guest coming up in a little while is Jerry Mason will join us. And Clarke County needs your help. He's here to talk about one of the locals that's in need. We'll find out all about that here in just a little bit. As you wake up, did anybody get shot? Hang on. Let me look at my crystal ball. Oh, yes. Someone got shot in Meridian last night.
Oh, goodness.
Rump row. Pretty common occurrence. They're saying on this. Let me find the picture. Let's go over here and find this. Pull it up where you can see this, where this happened. A man was shot last night. And we'd put this on 22nd Street is where we'll go as we come down on the 4700 block. Police are telling us this morning this was a dispute over a dog. And that's basically what I got from the Meridian Police Department. Now, I have gotten word from people in the area that maybe it was a little more heated than that. And shots were fired, maybe on both sides. I cannot guarantee that. But a man was shot in the arm. It's not life-threatening or anything like that, but an argument broke out over a dog. Now, the same area, let's fast forward about 30 minutes past that, a Meridian police officer had to, what I would call, defend his own life. And I say it that way. A dog charged him. Same area. I'm unsure if it's the same dog, and he had to put the dog down. Vicious dogs, you can't be attacked by that. He did what he had to, and I agree with that.
Right.
What I'm unsure of, if it was the same dog involved in this. Very well could be. But he's safe. No one is going to die from this, but still, gunplay.
Well, obviously the dog was loose.
Yeah.
Not contained in a fence or anything like that, but which is very scary for children too, to be out playing.
Like ever since my neighbor ran over my dog with his four-wheeler, she does not like him. He can come within a half a mile of the house and her hair on her back stands up. Everybody else, she just kind of looks at. But him, Brent Fitzgerald, wherever you are this morning, she does not like you.
You're not Sophie's best friend anymore. No.
He apologizes to me every time he comes over.
Goodness.
Freak accident there.
That's bad.
As we looked at last night, that was not the only gunshots we would hear. And there's only one that got damage or hurt as we look at that. Let's go on over and take a look at a few more places. Shots were reported on 27th Street in the Meridian area as we look at this. This is going to be the 3400 block here. As we look at this, Poplar Springs Drive is here. That's where shots were reported. We're not over yet, though. Y'all hang on. Let's look at a few more there. Again, all of these that I'm talking about here, no one was hurt, but they still happened there. We go to the 3100 block of 27th Street. Whoop, there we go. Where's this going to be? We back out on this. Here's Magnolia Cemetery. It's due west of there is where that would be, that area. A lot of other things. Oh, we had some shots reported out by Bonita. Let's pull that up right here at the Bonita Lakes Park. This area along in here, whoever it was, ran this direction up 19.
So it happened at the park?
Well, I can't say in that area.
Okay.
That's where it was reported, close to there. The person would go toward town. They never caught them. No one was hurt, and no reports of damage. But in that general area out on 19. As we look around, let me see. I had some other notes of things that went on last night that you may need to know about. Let me pull up my notes up here. I pull up and go down here. Do you remember a few months back when we had the large groups of people showing up at the parks?
Yeah, because we were camping at the time, and I think there was some out at the reservoir area camp, Yeah,
also in town at Bonita Lakes?
Yeah, because there was somebody that we knew trying to take her children to go play, and she went to two different ones in town, and it was that situation. So.
Northeast Park was one of those. And I'm not talking 20 people. I'm not talking 40. We're talking hundreds. Again, last night, a loud party going on in the parking lot of Northeast Park. And this, people go out and walk there.
By Planet Playground?
Yeah, right in that area there. Now, no one was hurt. Nothing was done. And I'm not trying to run anybody down for gathering. But in light of everything that happens in town, it is a concern of people that want to go out and walk.
Right.
That many people at one place with loud music thumping.
Right. It's just, common courtesy. You don't do that. And like out at the reservoir, I know if you gather under the pavilions, you're supposed to pay. There's a sign that says it. If you're going to have a party or gathering, actually, I think you have to rent the pavilions from the reservoir area if you're going to do that. And some people might say, we weren't having a party. Well, if you gather a lot of people together, it's considered a gathering, like a party. So,
she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah, so you have to rent the pavilions at the reservoir.
And what is the answer to this? We're unsure. Would it be beefed up security at our parks when things like that happen, people discover it? It's just a heads up for you of if you go there, you feel uncomfortable. And always, no matter where you are, if you don't feel comfortable, like you're safe, leave.
Right.
Call police, go, hey, there's a lot of people here. May not be anything to it, but I'd sure like for you to know about it.
Yeah. And I mean, we're not saying people can't get together.
No, not a bit.
I mean, there is a time and a place, or there's places that you go, and like I said, there's places that you have to pay. You can't just go and have a big get together and not.
If you've never been out to Northeast Park, this is where it is on the map, just to show you. This is Highway 39 out of Meridian. If you come out of Meridian here, here's Winn-Dixie. About where the shooting was last week there at the red light. You come on up, and here is Northeast Park on the right. Northeast School is here, the middle school, the elementary school here. This is the park where they used to, and correct me, they may still have it there, of where we used to have the big cancer get-together once a year, Relay for Life. They used to have it there. They may still do.
I don't know if that's where it is or not,
but that's where the park is, just so you know. Again,
some places have like no loitering signs and stuff like that. So
you got that in your front yard, big sign up. Nope, can't do it. But again, that's just to let you know what's going on, to be aware of your surroundings.
Right.
The last time that happened, I got a lot of comments from people that walk in that area and felt a little unsafe. Not saying people can't get together again.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Memorial Day weekend. I remind you, I mentioned this morning. Have you looked in your wallet lately to look at your driver's license to make sure that it is still good and not out of date or expired?
Well, yeah, because it happened to me about a year ago, I guess. I was at the bank with my mother and she was going to, I guess, put me on an account with her, and I had to give my license. Well, I had changed my name or something on my license, but they won't let you, until it's time for your license to be renewed, I don't think you can renew them, like early.
Oh, no, you can't. It's got to expire.
So when I changed my name, I still had time left on my license, and I thought, okay, well, I didn't even think about it. They had been out for like 6 months.
Whoops.
The girl said, your license are expired, and I didn't even think I was supposed to go back. I guess in my head I was thinking
they're going to automatically do it for you.
Yeah.
Candace did not get a favor.
No, I didn't think they were going to do it for me. In my head, I was thinking when I changed my name, I did all that. My memory wasn't great at that time. COVID.
She's just happy to have a man.
I'm blaming it on COVID. Yeah, I had the COVID brain going on then. So, anyway.
But that does happen. Law enforcement's going to be out this weekend. They're going to be checking for that. And also check your glove box, wherever you keep your little insurance card. Because you know what? I saw mine laying on the table a while ago when I walked by at the house. It was laying there, and I thought, ooh, I need to put that in the car.
Normally they give you two, right? I mean, ours does. We get like two of them. I put one in my wallet, one in the glove compartment in my car.
Yeah, I put nothing in my wallet.
I thought when you asked me a while ago, have you looked in your wallet lately, I was going to go, yeah, it's empty.
Just filled up the car.
Yeah.
It's bone dry.
Just about gas.
But be careful. Do not drink and drive in a car, a lawnmower, or on a boat.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and throw the lawnmower in there just so you won't waste gas.
That's right.
Keep that.
You got a tail light out? You might want to check that too.
Correct, because they will be inspecting all this at these little checkpoint areas, and it's for your safety and the other guy on there.
Got any unpaid tickets? You might want to stay home.
That's right, Candace. I didn't think about that.
Because you might get your little cuffs put on.
A little ride downtown.
Yeah.
More on the way with Scotty Ray and Candace as we bring you this Friday morning. Stay close with us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike and Jake have years of experience of dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
I'm attorney Richard Schwartz. Accidents happen, but getting you everything you deserve may not happen without an experienced law firm on your side.
From the moment you call, we go to work.
Investigating responsibly while keeping you updated constantly.
We're available 24 hours a day, so don't wait.
For more than 30 years, we've helped get our injured clients' medical bills paid
And fought to get them the most money possible. Remember, one call, that's all.
And yes, George Jones did get a DUI on a lawnmower one time.
Yeah.
Nancy took away, as she was trying to sober him up there, took away keys to everything he had. Took that John Deere right on down the road.
I guess she didn't think about that.
Why they didn't make a John Deere commercial with him, I'll never know.
I know, yeah.
He became like the spokesperson for John Deere for the longest.
Well, then
over
they'd
there.
have probably got bashed for promoting alcoholism.
Well, back then it wasn't
Yeah.
quite the way it is these days. It was, George, everybody knew what George was. He went to jail in Mississippi, driving that Lincoln Continental at 100 miles an hour through near Jackson, Mississippi. Let's see here. The Shriners. Let's talk about what the Shriners are doing this weekend.
Yeah, they're going to be having a car show. It starts at 8 a.m. Saturday morning at the Hamasa building in Meridian. And they've also got Vidalia onions they're selling, 10 pounds for $12. And they're going to be selling cheddar cheese, and you get the mild sharp or extra sharp, 2 pounds of that for $12.
And Richard, inbox me your number. I've been meaning to call you for the longest. We need to have the Shriners out with us one morning because they do so much for our area.
That's right. They do.
Good people.
They do. You can go out there, look at the cars, buy some onions or some cheese, and they'll feed you too because they're going to have hamburgers, hot dogs, nachos with cheese.
And I want them to bring an honorary hat that you can wear with a little tassel on top there while they're here. You can just wear that over there.
You need to get one, swap your cowboy hat for that.
Well, that would be a sight, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It might just fit right there on top of the cowboy
I
hat.
could be the acting potentate for the morning.
Yeah.
And I honestly, and I say that, and I don't know the terminology of what all that means within the Shriners. So I'm picking, and I don't know all the answers there of what.
Right. But they do a lot, like you said. For
I think potentate means you're in charge. I think.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
Potate?
Yeah, he's the head potentate. I could be wrong. There's people that know more than me. I'll have to check in with Ray Stevens and listen to that song again. I may learn something else.
Yeah, but y'all go out and visit with
Yes.
them and see the cars. And if you got kids, the kids probably love to see the cars.
Mm-hmm. We'll check in on that. We got a special guest with us this morning, all the way from Clarke County, as far south in Clarke County you can go to without falling into Wayne County. We welcome in our special guest this morning, Mr. Jerry. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Look, what brings you out? What has got you up so early and driving so far to see us? What is it?
Well, today I'm here for a friend of mine, Tiffany Winden.
What's Tiffany doing?
Well, we're going to have a benefit for her on the 4th of June. It's going to be a softball tournament. We need teams. We need more teams to help to get in it. But it's going to start at 7:00.
Now this is a week from tomorrow is when this will be.
And it's going to be at the Quitman Sports Complex on North Jackson Avenue in Quitman, Mississippi. A lot of things going on. We're going to have vendors and things for kids and a lot of things. Music. We'd like to have some more musicians that want to come and donate their time. We could use that.
So you're needing players to add to this.
We need players. We need, we can get some more vendors.
Anything that you could do to help us, what you're trying to say.
Anything. This family needs help. She has come down with pancreatic cancer, and the bills are enormous.
Oh, yes, I bet it is.
Yes.
And that's a serious type cancer. Even just driving to the doctor is an expense. And then your insurance, we all know how that is. That's a mess.
Yes, and it's taken a toll on the family. Tiffany has a young child. And it's sad that it's come to this.
And that's why you're here. Is to ask for help.
We need to raise money up, and also make awareness for pancreatic cancer. And there is places out there that help treat this, and some successful, some not. But it's a good story that of what had happened. She just found out she was losing weight and didn't know what it was. Doctors didn't know what was going on.
Right.
And after going to Florida to get some nutrition stuff to help her, and it helped some. But when she come back, she found out she had pancreatic cancer. Mm-hmm. And she was going to go to Anderson's in Houston, but the last minute somebody told her about going to Ochsner's cancer clinic down in New Orleans. So they went there instead. And the doctors got all with her and came up with a treatment plan and to see if it could help her.
Right.
And so, long story short, insurance, big thing. And then she went out of state, and insurance wouldn't cover it.
Oh.
And then
loopholes.
Once they got the loopholes, once they got it approved, then they found out some of the stuff she's going to be doing is experimental, so the insurance wouldn't cover it. So right now they're financially in debt. It's hurting them. They're struggling. Jeff and Tiffany and their daughter Lily.
Right.
It's a day by day thing for them. And Tiffany's hard-headed. She's hard sometimes. She's going to hate me for saying this. She's hard-headed at times, and it was hard for her to get, on the regiment that she needed to. But I think she has come around knowing that she's got to do what the doctors tell her to do.
And we all would be that way.
Yes.
And if you are a lawmaker watching, please do something. The insurance world in America is awful.
Yeah, you pay the premiums and you pay all this stuff, hoping that when you're in need, they're going to help. And then they come up and say stuff like this,
Yeah.
I mean, not all doctors that you need are right in your state at times. I mean, So, but this could be any of us at any time. We never know when we're going to be hit with this.
Well, the benefit's going to be at the sports complex there, but we're going to have live entertainment. We're going to have an auction. There's going to be a bounce house for the kids. We're also going to be raffling off a Hoya M1500 223 bolt action rifle with scope.
Now, how much are the tickets for that?
The tickets are $5 a ticket, or $5 for $20. And it's a beautiful, beautiful weapon. And but we can take, if you want to do it online and help, we have a Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal accounts. And to get any of that information, you can call my number at 601-549-1969 or 601-274-2913.
And it doesn't matter where you're watching us from. You're more than welcome to come watch the activities. If you've got a team here in Meridian, you can go down and play for a day and quit.
A lot of churches have teams.
Yeah.
Softball teams.
Yeah. We really in need of more softball teams. And it's going to be a big day. There's also going to be another baseball tournament going on at the same time. So there's going to be a lot of people out there and a lot of food. Vendors. We need vendors. If anybody wants to, if they have a vendor and they want to show up and come down, contact Hope Diamond at 601-616-3198.
A lot of people making comments about their parents and family have been coming down. My wife had cancer also. It's serious stuff, y'all.
Tiffany's son is on here, Justin, and he says that you've helped them a whole lot, with that. So.
Well, Jerry, we're going to come back to you here in a minute as we talk about this morning of helping others. That's what we do in our communities. When somebody else needs a helping hand, people come a-running. And if you're watching, you got a softball tournament, think you can. If you can't make it for whatever reason, you want to donate $1 or $2 to help, Jerry'd still love to hear from you.
Right.
That's what it's about. Hang close, Jerry. Don't rush off there. In the studio with us this morning as we get a lot going there. I'm right on potate. They told us downtown there at the Shriners that means the head man in charge.
Okay.
Appreciate that, Richard. It's kind of like the president, but not Biden, as someone said.
Potentate. Is that right?
Potentate.
Yeah.
They're going to have also some indoor vendors over the weekend, also with goodies and birdhouses there also Saturday. So if you want to go by this weekend, Meridian, Mississippi is where it's all going to be going on there. We had a power outage earlier out in the folks of Wyandotte. They couldn't get makeup on. So if you bump into somebody in Wyandotte that looks like maybe their makeup is smeared, they didn't have no power. Power's back on now, but it interrupted life there for a moment or two.
Yeah, it's always a bad thing when you don't have power.
Yeah, boy, it's just hard to do without these days there. Beto O'Rourke, who really dislikes people with guns, has changed his stance. I don't know if you've paid attention to this. Fox News reporting this morning, as you get in the fine print on his website, mentioned ARs and also AK-47s. They've changed the tweaking and got rid of the word AK-47s. This is after the polling numbers started showing he was major slipping behind the governor of Texas. So he's tweeted it a little bit, tweaked it, so to speak. He hasn't changed his thoughts. Don't be fooled by that. It's just the wording on the website. Now, as we get deeper into this, the NRA getting ready for a convention in Houston, Texas.
Right. Had a lot of people that were supposed to come and singers and different people. The governor was supposed to be there.
The governor is backed out. I'm shocked over this. He doesn't want to show support for whatever reason. He's backed out on going to speak. You've got Don McLean, Bye Bye Miss American Pie, who was going to sing for 7 minutes of that long song, who's not going to do that anymore. And surprisingly, Lee Greenwood has backed out and his people are saying in light of the shooting victims. Mm-hmm. We'll watch this closely as we get more definitions of who, what, and why. We'll pass that along to you.
Right.
You understand controversy. They're expecting tons of protest in the town. And I guess they were afraid that their name being attached to it would not be good. That's why they backed.
I hate that they can't reschedule it for another time, but there's so much that's gone into it, so much planning. And like you said, people have probably gotten hotel room. I mean, it's all kind of stuff that's gone into it. Because I really don't think it's the NRA's fault.
No, it's not.
As
by
we
any
said,
means.
it's evil people that kill people. It's not the actual weapon. Because if they didn't have a gun, they'd use a knife they'd pick up anything. They're bare hands if they're evil people. So, I don't know. I do understand the sensitivity right now.
Yeah, it's very sensitive now. Mm-hmm. As we look at this, and leading the forefront on this is Tucker Carlson, wanting to know why it took 90 minutes for cops to do something.
Yeah.
The parents were out front demanding to go in. They were pepper spraying parents to keep them from going into the active shooter. 90 minutes.
I only caught kind of the tail end of something this morning, and I probably shouldn't even repeat it, but there was a story that was out there that someone had brought a bag in, someone had responded, and there was a bag brought in, and this and that. Anyway, they said that that's totally false. Like, that they were saying that somebody was there responding before they actually were.
The cops were saying someone, okay.
Well, somebody stated that story. It was out there that there was response before there actually was. So they've said that story is false.
So,
that it did take long.
It took 90 minutes.
It took 90 minutes.
And it would be Border Patrol showing up. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the pictures of one of the guys that went in. He got grazed, his ball cap.
Well, they said that the area was like a T shape, and that the shooter could see the people who come in to respond, but they could not see him. So he could see them the whole time, they said. It
would take a guy, one of the border agents that actually took him down was getting his hair cut. His wife was a teacher, and she said, help, active shooter. Mm-hmm. He runs out in the middle of his haircut, and he's the one that actually took him down.
Yeah.
He had to drive there. It's not like he was there again the entire 90 minutes. It was the local, from what I understand, that were there. Not blaming cops, but there needs to be an explanation for this. Of 90 minutes is an awful long time.
Well, I had also, understood them to say that there were officers outside. They could hear the shooting going on, but they were standing down for whatever reason.
That's
they were
not
scared
good.
to go in, or not scared to go in, but I guess they were not going in.
They weren't responding, however you want to word it.
I don't know. I just know that it had to have been a horrible situation that you had to think on the spot.
Florida, they're usually on the Johnny on the spot when something like it sounds like this was a very small town and a smaller police force. The school, I don't think even had a police officer that carried a gun. I think it was a very laid-back atmosphere, and probably the shooter picked a place like that. But we're at a point in time now in America that if you'll remember years ago, and I remember this, even an Amish school, this has been 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 years ago, had 15, 20 Amish people there. A guy went in there and shot up that school. And, of course, they wouldn't be. But we've reached a time in America, whether it's a church or if it's a school, it's got to have security because there's people that are not right in this world.
Mm-hmm. And they were saying also that he had he'd been reprimanded before for a couple of things, and but they couldn't release that information because at the time he was a minor, and he had only been 18 for a little while when this happened.
Well thought out. We pass along condolences to this. Also, the school teacher that was murdered there, her husband, they have 4 children. There's pictures of him delivering flowers there. He had a heart attack yesterday afternoon. Their 4 children now are orphaned. It was too much for him. They dated since high school, and it was heavy on his heart, and he gave him a heart attack. Sad situation there.
I cannot even imagine, The oldest of their children, let's see.
They've got 19, 16, 12, and I think a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
So the 2 youngest being the 2 that are But he was just 43 years old. That's young to have a heart attack. That's the news that is shaping Texas this morning. Study it. Always be well informed of what's going on. Even I need to dig deeper into this and read a whole lot more and find out exactly what went on with this. But that's news on that taking place this morning. Let's look around as we get the day going on. No armed guard was there, as we mentioned. Meghan Markle has visited the site. And she's getting a little kickback. Now, she did this because she's concerned. I commend her for going. The internet this morning is going, well, you can go check on these, but you won't even go to the hospital to check on your father.
Yeah.
Just thoughts as it comes across America this morning. Don't rush off. We got more coming up to tell you, more local stories, some more headlines. It's all happening here with Scotty Ray and Candace as we start this, Friday morning for you. Stay close. We'll be right back.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Rockhouse Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calibers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rockhouse will have the gun that you need. With a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rockhouse Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. 10-year anniversary going on now at the Rockhouse, and they got a lot of great specials we're going to be telling you about. Glocks, and also 50% off on some guns. Boy, you can save a lot of money going on that. No taxes. Go in. They'll tell you all about this. Yeah. As we begin this Friday, it's always good to reflect of where we were and what we used to do. Jerry, you probably grew up like me and Candace at a point in time to where there might not have been a such thing as a color TV when we first started out. Do you remember those days?
Yes, very much.
And you had to go outside, and you had to have somebody stand at the window and yell, okay, a little bit more.
Turn it,
the antenna.
turn it.
But I remember this guy. He was born on this date, and I remember him scaring me as a kid. Anything he was in, I automatically got to where I walked out of the room because I didn't want to see it.
Creepy.
Yeah, creepy. Do you remember this guy, Jerry?
Yeah. Yes.
Anything that man was on was a scary show. He had that creepy voice.
I know. You think he stood in the mirror at home going practicing?
Yeah, to that little mustache. Mine's
his
not
little
that big.
eyebrow raised.
But he was really. He'd make you where you couldn't sleep for a week.
Yeah, I didn't like listening to him.
Who remembers watching Hawaii Five-0? Do y'all remember that?
I do.
One of the famous lines that you'd watch on that would be "Book him, Dano." But Dano also had some help, and I could never remember his name, but boy, his face when I throw this up straight from Hawaii Five-0. Who remembers Fong Chong? He played Chin on there. He was also a police officer on Hawaii Five-0 that stuck close with Steve McGarrett.
Yeah.
I know that other show was remade and it was on for a little while, but I just really couldn't get into it.
I'm not big on remakes. I think the originals, to me, you can't beat them.
No, you can't. Them going and messing with Higgins and making him a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever was supposed to play the part was supposed to wear the shorts right up here.
The Dukes of Hazzard, I mean, that's just no.
Just leave things alone. What does that tell us is that people now aren't smart enough to come up with their own ideas.
Yeah.
That's what it tells me. Am I right?
Yeah, and they can't wait to just mess something up.
Remakes.
Yeah. Now, I would never, if you were to tell me it's Christopher Lee's birthday, I would go, who? I don't know what you're talking about. But after you see the picture of this guy, you go, oh, that guy. Did you watch Lord of the Rings? Huge, huge show. This was the evil guy there. He's having a birthday. If you remember him from The Hobbit and all those shows. He was born in England. He passed away in 15, but born back in 22. Did you watch it?
I didn't.
I was hooked. I walked through and made fun of Angie watching that. I thought, who would want to watch that creepy stuff?
The Hobbit, is that the one?
It's a spinoff of the original part.
I think I did see that.
Lord of the Rings. Boy, it would. And I was there. I had to find out what happened. Precious, the ring. My favorite, one of my favorites, and I remember I was, let me think. I think I was 13 years old. I drove a tractor that week for 50 hours. I made $2 an hour is what I made. Mm-hmm. And I went and bought 2 items. I went and bought me a new pair of cowboy boots, pointed toe cowboy boots, and I also bought the brand new CD that was out with Rake and Ramblin' Man. Who am I talking about? Don Williams, who was born on this date. The gentle giant of country music, one of my all-time favorites.
Mm-hmm. I love the Lord, I Hope This Day is Good.
Oh, yeah. And You're My Best Friend.
Mm-hmm.
He had them. It just, Amanda, back in 74, Waylon Jennings would re-record that, but I recall A Gypsy Woman. Woo! Describe the scene there to a T. But it just goes on and on the list of If Hollywood Don't Need You, Honey, I Still Do. Mm-hmm. And there's probably a lot of things like that happen in this world of you love someone and they're chasing a dream and they go off to Hollywood or they go to Nashville and you stay at home and you tell them you still love them, but if Hollywood don't work out, come on back home. That's what that song was about.
Okay.
Okay, maybe nobody else is into that as much.
No, I have to listen to it to really get the whole, I'm
going to set her down and force her to listen one day. Back in 64, you may have been around. The number one song on the radio that morning when you woke up would be Buck Owens and the Buckaroos. It was My Heart Skips a Beat was the number one.
Gosh, he was young there.
I know. He don't look nothing. Well, he's passed away now, but
I know, but
let's go back.
My memories of Buck Owens is like hee-haw.
Yeah, the hee-haw years.
Yeah.
So would you consider that a handsome man for his day?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was handsome.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Clean cut, whereas he, later in years, I guess his hair had gotten longer and stuff.
It had. And there was a time that Willie Nelson was clean cut.
Yeah.
Now he's over there with a bunch of smoke boiling around him.
I did not recognize Willie Nelson like the first time I saw, which was years and years ago. First time I saw a picture of him when he was younger.
And clean cut.
He'd just gotten into music and everything. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't recognize him.
Crazy. Let me write a song and be famous. And he did. But he didn't make it with the clean-cut look. It would only be after he got rough and rowdy looking.
Well, this is his signature look that he has now. So
it is.
Signature.
JT going back and pulling out Living on Tulsa Time. Like that one also.
Yeah, you need to grow you some long hair and put you some braids in.
Well, the problem with the long hair is, I can't grow hair.
Oh, okay. We can get you a wig.
I get a little bit back here on the back.
Get you a beard.
Yeah, let your beard grow out.
This is I let it go for about a month there, and I look real woolly. And my wife highly suggested that little razor thing. I go try it and clean myself up. She said it didn't work for me. I was not going to be the next Duck Dynasty. It didn't fare well with me.
Beards in general are a popular thing.
Look,
yes, that's right.
How long did it take you to grow that out there, Jerry?
This was 2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the thing now.
Yeah, especially when you're weed eating and sweating. I bet that's really comfortable.
Have you watched the baseball, Major League Baseball lately? Well, I mean, you can flip that on there, and they got the beards going on. Major League Baseball.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Would work in football because somebody could jank that, couldn't they?
I guess they could.
Or wrestling.
I don't know. But yeah, high schoolers sporting the beard. If they can grow a beard in high school, they got it.
That was the thing. If you could grow a beard, you grew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jennifer says you look kind of scary there. She's just go ahead and calling you out.
I love you too, Jennifer.
Good morning to Erica watching us from Causeville this morning. We do appreciate that. Deborah likes clean-cut looking men. She's all about that. Who remembers watching the Drummonds, Philip Drummond and his children, where he adopted 2 kids, and you would forever know that term of, what's up?
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Here we go. Todd Bridges, born on this date back in 1965. We all remember him from that show. He went on to do many other different things, but that would be what he would be remembered for.
Right.
I even read this week, and you would never imagine this. He was one of those that blew his money from that. But Laura, that played Laura Ingalls Wilder, Melissa, says that they're living on a very limited budget as they move to the mountains. And she goes, all that money from Little House, gone. So all of y'all that got the 50 entourage running around with you with football players, money does run out. Manage your money well.
Yeah, that's sad to me to see somebody like that through the years had all this big long career and then in the end they have nothing because they've just blown it all. I mean, you never know. Tomorrow you might have nothing.
All right, I'm going to ask both of you.
You gotta be good to people.
You this before, and we're going to test your knowledge from a year ago, because I asked this a year ago, I'm sure. What are the only two things in life that make it worth living? It's a famous line. What rolls off after this?
What rolls off after this?
Yeah, what's the next line?
Is it fast cars?
No.
Okay.
No.
I can't remember what you said.
Jerry, you got the idea?
I have no idea.
I'm worried about y'all. Y'all are going to class. Is guitars tuned and firm feeling women as we go back to 1977 with the number one song? Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. We're Waylon and Willie and all the boys. But that was a great opening line, and it just wherever you hear that, you go, oh yeah, that's Waylon. He was huge back in 77.
That is a huge song.
The first country music artist to sell millions, the outlaw movement. He even went as far as to go, no, I'm not using your band. I'm not doing that. These guys are with me on the road every night. They're coming in here recording with me. And he was the first to accomplish that. They didn't want that to happen.
Well, I wouldn't, if I was an artist or something, I mean, I wouldn't want some band that I don't know.
Well, the way it worked was you got the record deal, they paid for it, and maybe you'd make some money, and you go to record, and they go, this is the people that we pay to do this, hush. And Waylon goes, I'm not doing the album. I ain't recording it if you don't do it my way.
Right.
And that man pioneered and made country music. He was big. Somewhere Brick Gully's watching and knows more about it than I do, and he can tell you every detail about that. But Waylon was the man. Scott McQuaig can tell you. Our heroes. And I remember the first time that I met Waylon Jennings that I knew Waylon was big, but looking back, I did not realize the legend that I was in the room with at that moment of when I met him. I knew it, but it didn't dawn on me. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
And boy, if I had that moment to relive, we'd take 298 pictures together. Wait a minute, Waylon. Let's get another one. We go back to 1937. I'm a little off date on this, but it was a big day as we go out to San Francisco. People that had to take a ferry, they were sick of it. Well, they finally got their wish as the Golden Gate Bridge opened up, and that's those folks right there. Maybe there's a few of them still alive, but as they would learn after that Golden Gate would open, they would have to make a few changes because it did this. If you've ever seen the videos, there's no way that I would have went across that.
Oh, it's nice. I've done it.
Have you?
You've gone across there?
Oh, yes. I used to live right there.
Thing. Debbie told me not long ago that she rode a bike across it. I'm like,
You could walk across it. Yep.
Not me.
Yep. It's just like driving on a road. You wouldn't notice it.
1982, we'd watch television and I'd stare at it and say, isn't that man dressed like a woman? And I'd lean in a little bit more. Yeah, he's dressed like a woman. It was Bosom Buddies. The final episode aired on this day. Tom Hanks, his first major show that he had. And this gentleman here passed away within the last year.
Yeah.
Do you remember that TV show?
I do. I remember it was funny. It was real funny. But it reminds me so much of that play that I was in at the Meridian Little Theater. It was kind of a...
Who dressed like a woman?
Jeremy Sandy.
Uh-oh.
He's a big actor now. He's from Meridian, and he was in a lot of plays at the Meridian Little Theater. I think he's been on the CSI New Orleans,
big
maybe
deal.
the show once or twice, maybe, I don't know. But he's really a good actor.
That's
He
good.
he and another person dressed as women, and they were roommates, and then
So
I was like a girlfriend of one of them. And they were trying to do a scam on their taxes or something. They're trying to save money. And it was called Love, Sex, and the IRS. The sex part come in as they were changing from man to,
Sounded
it was
a little
funny.
iffy there, didn't it?
No, but it wasn't anything bad. It was very funny. It was fun to do.
So now I can say that she's been in a play with sex in it and all kinds of things. Shame on you.
No, it was not that. It wasn't. It was just the word to be.
But let me ask this. Did they use balloons to make themselves look like a woman, or a lot of toilet paper?
I think they just stuffed stuff in there, from what I understand. I can't remember.
Had to ask.
But we had a lot of people, like Jack Hall, Sidney Covington, Jeremy Sandy. There was a bunch of us in there. Well, I say a bunch. It was only like 7 or 8 of us in there in the whole
Sound like
play.
a bunch.
But it was fun.
We're going to go with a bunch with her.
It was fun. My first and only that I've ever done. But.
Back in 94, it would be the last show of this. This guy was big back in the day, but you don't hear of him anymore. Arsenio Hall had his very last show back in 1994. If you remember Arsenio, it was funny. He was good at it. I'll give him credit. But, boy, he went away. Also, 94, we would see this one make the big screen. The Flintstones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big show. Came to life there for us. 1995, how horrific this was. A man was cut down in his prime. He would be forever paralyzed after this day from a horse riding event. Yeah. Christopher Reeve, Superman. That was a bad day there. This guy, I remember watching this show of Taxi, Danny DeVito. Do y'all remember that show? The little short guy that ran everything there inside the taxi. This guy passed away back in 2011. Jeff Conway. He was the pretty boy on the show. Wore the leather coat.
Wait, do you remember what else he was in? Grease.
No. He sure was.
Yeah.
Candace outdoes me
That's
today.
the first thing when I saw his face. That's the first thing that came to mind.
Grease is the
Grease.
word.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Also, we would lose a Southern rock legend on this day. And when I say legend, he was. We lost Greg Allman on this day back in 2017. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't he married to Cher? And if it hadn't been for the different color of hair, we wouldn't have told the difference in between the two of them?
And the beard, maybe. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she had one too, didn't she?
I don't think so.
But both of them had a lot of hair, is what I remember from that. Going back for that. Let's take a moment and talk about our friends down, where are they at? Right next to the railroad tracks at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Doing business this morning since 1932. With fishing season in, the supplies are changing daily. Folks are getting it. Come in and get your worms. Whatever you're looking for, a lure that you've been wanting or a reel. Getting your pine straw taken care of this weekend also is making sure to keep it nice and moist. Sod is there. If you need new grass, building a home, or, well, yours has died, they've got it. They'll help you out there. All the way over to all the plants and bikes to make your place look better with flowers, and even getting yourself some shirts and, well, lawn furniture. Got a bunch of that to be comfortable while you're outside. As we look across, ball caps, T-shirts, comfortable shoes, and work boots. They've got it. The Farm Supply. From pet, diet food, all of that, taking care of your horse and cattle and guns, whatever your needs are. Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151. Visit with them today. You'll be glad that you did.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
I've worked hard all my life, but I found out the hard way insurance companies can abandon their customers when they need them the most. So I called Richard Schwartz. I'm forever grateful I made that call.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace as we head toward the top of the hour, 8:47, as we're making your Friday for you. Oh, another poll is out, 83. Get this now. I want y'all to write this down. If you think that polls, as Bill Clinton told us earlier in the week, that don't believe those polls, people love him. It's out this morning. 83% of Americans disapprove of Biden. 83%. Now, what that tells you is that's including Republicans, Democrats, and everybody else out there that thinks about voting. 83%.
Well, it might even be higher after he goes to he's supposed to go to Texas, out to the place where all the shooting happened. And
we'll see.
And as much as they don't want it to be politicized, I'm thinking that it might.
Oh, of course. Every politician uses any disaster.
I really think that that's going to be the wrong thing to do, is send him out there, but that's just my
We'll watch it. That's what's going on. But 83% say that there's a problem there.
Yeah.
Here's something as we look at the movement across America to where we've seen football teams have to be changed. Look for this, and this is San Francisco is where this happened. Let's think of a fire department. Let's think about a police station. What do they call them? The police chief.
Right.
The chief, the fireman. As we look at this, they're removing job titles from a school because the word chief is mentioned and they say that it's offensive. Do y'all think this is this
it's ridiculous is what it is.
I can't find the words.
Yeah, I can find a few.
But
it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I think it's
It's no disrespect meant for any race. That is just the word that is used. And don't expect this to stop there at the school. I'm telling you, it's going to spread to the police department everywhere else. You can't use that word.
Why are people giving into this mess?
That's a
what
good
I
question.
want to know. Why are people giving into this? You know, it's like you give an inch, they're going to take a mile.
Yep.
You know, so I don't understand why people don't stand firm and say, no, we're keeping the name. If you don't like it, then don't listen or don't, you know.
We found out yesterday that we lost a big actor.
Yes.
If you watched The Goodfellas, and I remember watching that guy really played the part good. He died in his sleep at 67 while filming a new movie. Let me show his face to you. Here he is. This is from Daily Mail. That's him.
Ray Lioatta, yeah.
And boy,
I couldn't believe that when I saw that last night.
He was good at what he did. I mean, you almost you lived that gangster moment there. Him driving around that 77 Caddy.
Yeah.
Taking care of people for the...
There's been so many actors die at, I think 67 is still a young age. That's
it is.
Not, I mean, you know.
Because you're getting pretty close to it.
I know. I mean, I'm holding up well, I think.
But no, 67 is not that old. You think about that. You barely can retire. You worked all your life. You're out of work maybe a year if you retired at 65, and then whoop.
Yeah, because all the older actors, I mean, they're living into their 90s, you know, and then the younger ones now, they're dying at an early age. It's just, I don't know. It kind of makes you wonder if it was something.
Yeah, maybe an autopsy will come out. We'll find out what. What was the comment you mentioned to me before we went back live?
Oh, let's see. You're going to have to go back up because I can't remember every word. But
yeah, I didn't see it, so.
Going up.
Up.
Right there. Only two things that money can't buy is true love and homegrown tomatoes.
There you go. But you can sure get a hold of some homegrown tomatoes in certain places.
I think you can buy some homegrown tomatoes. Yeah, I'm ready for some homegrown tomatoes.
Oh, boy.
And fried green tomatoes.
Good stuff.
If you've never had a BLT with a fried green tomato.
You get hungry over there?
Yeah.
Good stuff there.
Yeah.
They're clearing some things up. Sometimes the president, that guy that's up at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, will come out and say some words, and people behind the scenes are scrambling. I can only imagine what happens after he gives a speech of what they're going, oh my gosh. They're having to clear it up this morning because he made a threat last week. And I thought, boy, that's pretty strong what you just said.
Every time he gets up there, it's like clean up on us.
And it's another cleanup. The U.S., here's what they say today, the U.S. does not support Taiwan independence. Blinken has had to clean it up after he said that we'd probably go to war if something happened to them. They're saying, we didn't mean that.
Yeah.
If you've got someone that you have to do these owl cleanups so many times, it's probably best they don't speak anymore. Might even be best if they go into early retirement.
Yeah, maybe so.
Because if you've got the head of a company that comes out and says something to employees that causes mass confusion, it's not long before they go into the house. We're going to give you a little check, and we'll check in on
you know, it's only a matter of time before they throw him to the wolves. So.
But it makes you wonder, are they scared about what would come next as to who would take over? That maybe it's best we just put up with some bumbling instead of having some serious problems.
Well,
maybe they don't want that other person in there.
I think it's like a sinking ship at this point.
The whole thing. It is.
Yeah. I mean, when they put the other person in, it's just going to be like they put a massive anchor on it.
Yeah.
And send it on.
You'd have to go even past 3 deep because you'd have Pelosi.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't that be rough?
Goodness.
But that could change with the 22 election there of the Speaker of the House may be changing. I suspect it will. I don't know who it will be. I'm not sure who's running that show anymore.
I'm not sure either.
Hopefully.
I've got an idea, but... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Kevin Spacey, he's down here at this point in the eyes of Americans as we look at him. He's facing sex assault charges in the UK now. He's done a lot of damage everywhere he's been. He was a good actor. You have to give credit for that, but that didn't give him the right to do what he's done to men.
It's just kind of twisted.
He's got some problems there. As we look at another headline, let's see what's happening here. Yeah, I'm going to come back to that in just a second because it'd take more time for me to explain that. Alec Baldwin getting backlash as he jumped on lecturing workplace safety. Yeah, you're going to tell us how to be safe at work?
Really? If that's not a ironic.
NFL player is really jumping on him hard on social media. He's not a guy to tell you how to do things safely.
Yeah.
Sometimes think before you type. Just saying that. Not everybody agrees with me.
Sometimes Some people don't have that connection between the
No,
mind
they
and the
don't.
mouth.
It's a filter that sometimes you need.
Yeah, there's sometimes none in between.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that need cleaning up, we got some friends. They're called Godwin Cleaning Services. Folks, they'll come to your rescue. If you've got a house that needs something done, maybe it's a business. Yeah, it's a little bit dirty right now.
Yeah.
Talk to them, including swimming pools. They can get this cleaned up, save you on those chemicals. Maybe you've just kind of put it off so far of getting it clean. They'll do that for you. Tall buildings, no problem. If you've got a roof line that's high, just like Union Station or a business that's tall, you can't reach it, they've got the equipment to do it, including drones. Even metal roofs here, they're cleaned up. Your house looks great. We've got driveways that, well, they just look bad. Get it cleaned up, especially as summertime comes. Maybe you're selling your home or you just like to have it spick and span. They do that for you, from windows, a whole lot more throughout the downtown area there. Back porches and steps that keep you from slipping when you get that old misty rain on there.
Yeah,
Keep
that
it
can
safe.
be dangerous.
It is.
You definitely want to.
Do you know why I've done that? Cowboy boots, you will slip. I'm telling y'all. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a billboard that needs cleaning up. They got that also, including the especially dirty roofs. This gets the award of the dirty roof of the month.
Yeah,
They
it's
fixed
totally
it.
different.
Yeah. Again, that number is 601-253-8262. Nice folks, Godwin Cleaning Services. Let them come take care of you. You'll be glad that you did. Visit with them. It's not far off. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings. Fresh blueberries, $3.39 for a pint. Fresh strawberries, $3.39. An 8-pound bag of Idaho potatoes, $3.99. Fresh leg quarters, a 10-pound bag, $6.99. Twin pack Boston butts, $1.79 a pound. A1 steak sauce, 10-ounce bottle, $3.89. And family pack select T-bone steaks, $7.99 a pound.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
These days, everyone calls me Grandpa, even my son. I couldn't imagine missing out on watching these kids grow up. It's the greatest joy in my life. It was a Saturday after my granddaughter's 4th birthday party when a semi-truck hit me. I had to survive. I promised the little girl I was going to read her a story the next time I saw her. My son called Richard Schwartz. He helped me every step of the way and got me the money we deserve.
Remember, I'm your Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz. I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace as we begin your weekend, Memorial Day weekend. We cannot stress again as we talk about being safe this weekend. It's going to be fun. Jerry is here again to ask for your help as we recap what you've got going on in Quitman next weekend.
Okay, we have a softball tournament at the Quitman Complex on North Jackson Avenue in Quitman. It's for a benefit for Tiffany Winning to help with her expenses on her battle for cancer, for pancreatic cancer. The bills have just gotten extremely high, but we're going to have a softball tournament. We're going to have an auction going off. We'll have food. There's also going to be another baseball tournament going on along with us doing this. There'll be a lot of people there. We need vendors. We need softball teams. So to contact me at 601-549-1969 or 601-274-2913, and or you can get on we got a Gmail account at helpfortiffanytoday@gmail. If you want to just donate money, we got a Venmo, we got Cash App, we got PayPal. We just, we need to help Tiffany.
And of course,
family.
Don't forget about the raffle that's coming up.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
We have a raffle, and it's for a beautiful rifle. It's a Hoya 223 bolt action rifle with the American flag.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's
gun.
beautiful, and we're going to be drawing for it on 3 July.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
the tickets are $5 a ticket, or you can get 5 for $20. And it's just, and the tickets alone, they're a collector item.
There you go.
Isn't that a pretty thing?
It is. I'm gonna give you a 20 before you go. Drop my name in that.
Just
Maybe
a
I'll
20?
win it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
So, and we never know, like I said earlier, when this is going to be one of our family members or even ourselves that
Yes.
this happens to. So if you have a church softball team, you might want to get that together and go
Hey, a
enter
company.
this and help out a family in need because,
Yeah.
Never know when it's you.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Jerry, for coming and spending some time with us. Again, y'all have a safe weekend. We're coming back Monday morning, whether you want us or not. We're just going to be here.
Yeah.
You can look at us or not. We'll see you then. Be careful and enjoy yourself. Jerry, thank you again for being part of this with us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Y'all have a good day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: